Morning, morning. Hey, we're making money. Morning, Junkyard. Morning, Kevin. Uh, 71 degrees. It was 89 here last or yesterday. 89 and humid. Man, was it ever humid. Every time you took a breath, it's like you're drinking a glass of water. You got more rain? Well, at least he's right. Hate to have him predict sunshine and you get a bunch of rain. You was involved in a flip and run. What was that? They flipped you off and ran away? What you doing, pumpkin? You just running shit? Yeah. I played mechanic pretty much yesterday. I put a rear end in a recliner. It was too hot to do anything. Huh. Well, when you're driving them things, you're supposed to hang on to the steering wheel. You run the mower and sit on it. Yeah. Uh, well, if you didn't have them high dollar orthopedic shoes on, and you wore your regular riding the Cub Cadet shoes, that's right, you better go see Nurse Goodbye. I had the doctors called me for an appointment Monday. Said, you have an appointment tomorrow? I said, okay. What time is it? Oh, you can't. We have to cancel that appointment and make a new one. I said, oh, okay. Well, you're supposed to go have an ultrasound first before you come to us. I said, oh, I forgot about that. So I got to call and make out or get an ultrasound made, or appointment made for my kidneys. It's my kidney doctor that wants to check and see if I got kidney stones. That's right. Tell her your wiki tiki is broken. Your sound is off? Or do I look like a Japanese movie? Huh. Can you hear me? Okay. But you said sound off. Uh, Gotta get the air conditioners out of the shed today and bring them out here in here. Rainy days ahead. Oh, we're supposed to get rain today, and then it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Good morning, Naya. It was so hot in here yesterday. She actually had me open up a bedroom window, you know, to let some of the halfway decent cool night air come in and help cool down the bedroom. Huh. I wish she cooled it down a little bit. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a couple of days. Did you see that Cub Cadet with a front end loader that I sent you? I think there's a wheel horse that has a sickle bar mower on it. No, Bowen's G14 with a Haban sickle mower. Hickory Corners, Michigan. I have no idea where that's at. Yeah. Uh, well, I was just showing it to you. If you. I can continue. I can show you. I can not show you stuff. I don't know if you get it because it says local. So, not loco, local. So, you're right. We need new judges. Especially, I didn't think district court judges or circuit court judges could do something to the president. You know, I got my local sent for 100 miles. If you go local here for 250 miles, you get a bunch of Canadian stuff. No. Well, they went and done it at the city council meeting. They went and sold the Adrian Inn for $250,000 to the college, Morningdale. Um, a guy I worked for and a former county sheriff canine unit, Tom Neal, was there, and he was complaining about the sale. He said he had somebody that would give $400,000 for it, and there was another company out of California that was interested in it, but yet they went and sold it anyways for $250,000 to Adrian College. Then we got a monument park here, and this group of four or three old ladies, they're in their 70s. They have been for the last 7 years taking donations to fix the monument that's at the park. And they sold a bunch of bricks that can have the people put their name on it. They can buy a brick for $100 or whatever. Well, the city council said, "Did you get that approved through the city council?" And she said, "No, we talked to the city manager back then and a few representatives, and they said it was fine." Well, the city council said it's not fine now. This is us. It wasn't them, and we don't want that to happen. And they said, are you willing to give us the $15,000 to fix the monument and let the city do it? Yeah, okay. You give the city $15,000, they'll spend $10,000 on trying to find a person to fix it for $15,000. And I also thought, why? Because the old ladies, they said the monument belonged to the people, not to the city. And then the city Parks and Recreation said, no, you're wrong, because that monument belongs to the city. Okay, so if that monument belongs to the city, then that means the city should be taking care of it. So after an hour of them talking back and forth and stuff, it was time for public comment. So I got up there, and I was the only one that asked the intelligent question. How did that monument get in such bad disrepair? If we have city parks and recreation maintenance, how did that monument get such bad repair? Why haven't they been fixing it all along? And I said, oh, silly me. I should know better, because the Bone Pool needs $850,000 worth of renovations because it's in such disrepair. How can a pool be in such disrepair if it's supposed to be maintained? $850,000. The building's falling down. The water system's bad. The pool liner needs repaired or replaced. Concrete around it is broken and needs fixed. And it's $850,000 to do the repairs. Now that just didn't happen overnight. That's right, raise taxes to pay for it. Yeah. Now we have oil wells around here, and it pays to the tune of about $500,000 a year in royalties. Now the city put out a charter or a referendum or whatever that they could use $150,000 of that money every year for special projects. And then they could use more if they'd had to have a special meeting and vote on it. But they could use $150,000 of it. So that's what they're using to fix Bone Pool. They're going to use $150,000 of that. And then they want us to vote on another millage so they can get extra money to pay for the Bone Pool. Even though there's like, I don't know, $7 or $8 million in the, the oil reserves. I've been going to the next subject. Shit, that you can't afford to build a new pool with $850,000. The pool is 70 years old, or almost 70 years old. They put a liner in it, which was like a pour-on liner or whatever, about 40 years ago. And they haven't done anything to it since. By the way, good morning, Kathy. You're looking lovely as ever today. We got a sycamore tree out here. It's probably 65, 70, 80 feet tall. And right now we've probably got about 5,000 leaves on the ground from that tree. The leaves are dying and falling right off. It looks like fall out here. So I told him about that. I said, hey, I got a tree dying in my, that belongs to the city. But every time you call the city, you can't get anybody to talk to you because they don't answer the phone. So the city manager come up to me and asked me, he says, "What do you mean they don't answer the phone?" I said, "You call them. Nobody answers the phone." He said, "I call them every morning, every department, and they answer." I said, "That's probably because you got caller ID and they know who's calling. But I call, I get a voicemail. Maybe I might get a call back. I haven't yet, but maybe it might get a call back." Well, I called Tuesday morning and I actually did get a call back. They'll be out here next week with an arbor in a bucket truck. They're going to check the tree out, make sure the tree is viable. If it isn't viable, they're going to take it down, and then they're going to check uh, the maple over here because it's got a great big hollow, spot in it. So they're going to check that too. That's right, because they know who's calling. Right. So, but I made that request on behalf of my bride because she is tired of it. Me myself, I just take a chainsaw out there and knock her on one side and drop her on the other side of the street. But that's kind of funny. But they did. He said, when I talked to the guy, he said, "Yeah, we did some tree trimming on that once." I said, "Yeah, because the limb was over the top of the house. You took that limb off." I said, "But, that was 10 years ago." The ad coming up 54 seconds. Ah, I needed that. Ah, so anything new with anybody? I don't know. I don't know. I have to powder and get me a coffee. I'll be right back. At that Town and Country Festival? Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Water Glass Wednesday. Huh. I understand. You didn't get no text? Yeah. So what made it better this year? I know for the last 3 or 4 years it's been shitty. All I know is when Kathy and I did that festival that one year, all them food vendors were pissed off at us. They were selling, $8 elephant ears and $12 hamburgers, and the guy, two or three places down was selling you know $7 hot dogs that were just regular. We were selling jumbos for $5, and then water was $1, and pop was $1, and we made a killing. Huh? Well, he said it was a good festival this year. So, well, that's good. Now, the year we were there, they had like 3 rides, and 2 of them they couldn't even pass a state inspection. Well, that's good. That's good. A lot of people show up. That's what makes the festival good is if you get a lot of people that show up. Well, it's good it's packed. Well, get yourself some old Alice Chalmers. Well, I found a B10 Alice Chalmers. Uh, well, I just showing you. There's a nice looking one in Defiance. 600 bucks. Runs good. New seat off a John Deere. Tractor is in great shape. Needs fuel filter. Brand new tires all the way around. Comes with a snow blower, rear wheel weights, yard roller, fertilizer spreader. Make offer. Cleaning the yard, shed, possible trade, delivery available. She's got a liquid rebuild on her. That's right. They'll deliver. Uber it. It's got that Craigslist rebuild on her. You know, Skita, that's what it is. Had a couple of raccoons on the picnic table at 3:40 this morning. Yeah. Well, I can kind of see it. That big beautiful bill, I don't know what's in it, but I'm sure every senator that or every representative that voted on it wanted something put in it, which costs more money to the taxpayers. If they could just do it and not do favors for everybody else, that'd be a big beautiful bill. Like that one guy, I don't know what the acronym SALT means, but he wants salt done for the east side. You know. Oh. Say, buddy. State and local taxes. That's what it means. State and local taxes. Right? Better than a terrible goal. Well, that one Republican representative didn't vote for it because it didn't have salt in it. Well, it still passed the House of Representatives. Rand Paul, he's not going to vote for it in the Senate. So, and it's probably like Elon says, it's probably filled with billions and billions and billions of dollars of pork for special projects for each and every one of them senators and representatives. Well, that's another thing I was going to get at. Um, your sales tax, if you're paying 6 cents on the dollar right now, I can guarantee as of 2006, your sales tax is going to go up to 10 cents a dollar because they're getting rid of the penny. And by getting rid of the penny, they can round up. And that's exactly what they're going to do. If your sales tax is 6 cents on the dollar, they're going to go to 10. If it's 9, they're going to go to 10. If it's 4, they're going to go to 5. So all these states that have got a 6 or 7 cent sales tax are going to make a killing on the sales tax because of the penny not being there no more. And not only that, all your grocery stores and uh, other stores, they're going to make a killing too. Because instead of something being 19.96, it's going to be $20. They're going to get an extra 4 cents on every purchase, or an extra penny. If it's 19.99, it's going to 20. Well, that's what's going to happen. There's just no other way about it. If they get rid of the penny, which they are in 2026, because right now it costs 3 cents to make 1 penny. So if they get rid of the penny, um, there'll probably be a buyback where they'll buy back all your pennies and stuff, but they won't put them back into circulation. So every time pennies go into the bank, they go back to the Federal Reserve, and then they will be bought back. Well, yeah, let's ban the nickel. No. What do you if they're not making anymore? Okay, you don't think these stores and stuff are going to say, hey, I don't have. They're not going to keep change a penny in their cash register. So they're just going to raise everything. The state's going to do the same thing. It probably does cost $3 or $4 to make a dollar. But that dollar will make a ton of tax money. Well, sure we do. We'll spend $40 million to investigate to find out we saved a nickel. Yep, they won't. And you can't put your 2 cents worth in anymore either. That's no penny for your thought. No. But you watch it when the penny goes out. These banks and stuff are going to start saving the pennies that get brought in, and they're not going to send them back out. The states are going to raise their taxes to the nearest dime or whole, so it should be 10 cents or nickel if you're below 5, and they won't go down. Ours is at 7 cents here in Michigan, I believe, 6 or 7. I can't remember. Um, and I know damn sure it ain't going down to a nickel. So they're going to get all that extra tax money they're going to be able to blow and waste on absolutely nothing that we need. I get 6 cents, so every $100 you spend, you have to spend $6 in tax money. 1,000 is 60, 10,600. Yeah, wooden nickel for your thoughts. Yeah, they're gonna claim they're gonna use it to fix the roads here. Huh? You're getting a towel for what? You don't need a big towel for that. You got chocolate on what? Huh? Come here. On your shirt? Here. You better have your nana look at that. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna fix the roads here. Yeah. Even though she hasn't fixed the roads yet, and they're taxing us to death on it. We had a reserve, and now we don't have any. We're in the hole. So we had like $6 billion reserved. I have to go to the little boy's room. I'll be right back. Yeah, you're right. The electric car tax is coming. No, I had to make coffee. Oh, didn't you see me come get my cup? If you were paying attention, your eyes should have been focused right on that screen. Just like this. I was a penny short. You're right. You got a dime? Crawl under. Yeah, might as well. You're right. We'll probably will pay to rebuild it. I'm keeping an eye on the coffee maker because I just added some water to it. I didn't. I'll make sure it's not going to overflow. You ready? Bye. Love you guys. Have a good day at school. I see that. That ain't going to overflow. And you're right. That is the American way. You know, some other countries start shit with us. We go in there and kick its ass, and then we pay to rebuild it. Probably. I wonder if he's at the Vatican. I miss his wisdom and knowledge. Huh. Get up here, kitty, kitty. Come on. Come on. Uh, Come here. Come here. Oh, okay, then don't come here. Come on, get up here. All right. Stay down there then. Sit down there. Yep. We'll go on to the next country. That's right. Learn something today. I'll tell you. I don't know, man. Getting to the point, I'm all talked out after about an hour. I ain't got nothing to say. I tell you what. Starting Monday, because today's Wednesday, right? Yeah. Starting Monday, I think I'm just gonna do an hour long live stream in the morning. Um, and then, like Thursday night, Friday night, Sunday night, do an hour too. Uh, anymore, I don't know what to talk about. Yeah, my special forces day. Yeah. Well, I could talk about anymore is um, council meetings because that's the only thing I do anymore. I don't go to auctions. I wanted to go to an auction this weekend or last weekend, but I didn't. Should see if there's any auctions this weekend. Um, don't want to go to that one. Nothing there. Huh. Ain't nothing for the Braun and Helmer until the 19th of June. They're having a guy is selling out his Illuminite business, which is trailers. They're having an auction for those. Tandems. Oh, they look brand new. Damn. Go to that link right there, Kevin, and click on June 17th if you haven't bought a trailer yet already. Twenty 2022s, 2023s, 2016. A Wells Cargo. It's actually a brand new trailer, 1988. It's never been titled. It's been always used for storage. Huh. Damn. Nice guys don't finish live streams. Yeah. Trailer flipped. Talk about how cool the weather's treating me. Yeah, it's treating me great. When it rains, I hurt so bad I can't stand it. When it's too hot, I can't breathe. My ultimate weather is 75 degrees. I can live with weather like that. Did he do it? He sure did, I bet. Oh, he'll get off. They've already paid for the jury. He's a billionaire. He's going to get off. Even though he can't make bail, he's going to get off. I know. They did that like 2 or 3 years ago. They had a hell of a fire. And after a few days of it, we finally got the smoke down here and shit. It looked like fog at 10 o'clock in the morning. It was just nothing but smoke. I think what they're doing is they're sending over invading forces in the smoke so you can't see them. They're letting the illegal aliens cross the border. Yeah. Oh, pretty girl. Yes, sir. There's a pretty girl. Smoked bacon, yeah. I know. Put your tail down. Nobody wants to see that end of you. Okay. There we go. There. Oh, mental already. I know. Unleaded. Pretty girl. She probably had a rough night because she doesn't like anything in the yard. She chased a fly around here yesterday until she caught it. Um, but I'm pretty sure she was up looking out the window when the raccoons were out here. It was hot last night. She laid on top of me for about 20 minutes and then she got off because it was just too hot. Well, I thought they had some 20 footers there. I really didn't look. I just was showing the brand new trailers. You know, if you can get it, they're 3 years old, brand new, never been titled. So they're probably about two-thirds the price. Now there's a lot of natural resources in the UP. Well, then you might as well just buy yourself a camper, an old camper, and just make a flat deck out of it. Go big or go home. That's right. No, there's a lot of natural resources up there. Copper and I think there's zinc. There's a lot of diamonds up there too. You can walk on the shores of the lakes and find diamonds, and you can also dig in the sand and find gold. Huh. Well, oh, look at there. Yeah, I'm looking for a money tree too. There we go. Oh, who's here? Come in.
It is.
Huh?
It's not the block that I think the sheds up.
Yeah,
The corner house. That's house is great.
yeah.
You know, woman in the house is standing up there opening up there. We probably was out with them.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I got to pick them up at 12:40.
Okay. All right. Tomorrow's your last day.
Okay, we can throw that out there.
Did you put the chocolate on?
Spell it.
Huh?
No, we got into chocolate covered puzzles.
Yeah.
I said, don't you get it after that? You had a great big spot like that.
Huh.
Thank God I had more for the year I bought it.
All right.
And that's a size 4. He's not gonna wear that size 6. Probably 2 more years, if not more.
All right. Well, she ain't no lady, right? I just was showing you. Then you're gonna have to get something to pull it. That's a woman, yeah. Sure it will. Sure it will. I had to call the insurance company today, drop the insurance on the van, and then put the Ford back on the road. Put the insurance back on that, and go get plates for it. Love you too. Have a good day. Too hot in the kitchen? I believe so. You probably didn't get enough last night. Lord knows we didn't get enough in April or May. Supposed to start getting about 100% chance of rain at 2 p.m. And that's going to last until 6 at least. Still raining at 9, 10. You got a drizzle. I was just trying to keep the dust down there in Oklahoma. What's your weather rock say there, Junkyard? Yeah, the covers, yeah. It might rain today. Got a 10% chance. She just gave me a capsule. It's got a bunch of different ingredients in it: cayenne pepper, garlic, and I don't know, turmeric, and all this other stuff. Shit, my throat's burning. Evidently, there must have been some cayenne pepper on the outside of the capsule. My pumpkin, kitty, kitty. Oh man, I'm about all talked out, people. I think go out to the garage, get a dozen eggs, make some breakfast, and then go get the air conditioners and bring them in. Because it's not going to be as hot as it was yesterday. Oh, we're supposed to get an inch of rain tomorrow. Yeah, no, I think there's some cayenne pepper on the outside of the capsules. Yeah, the capsules were made out of cayenne pepper. Well, when I was a kid, we made it 50 miles from the Florida line. That's the farthest I've ever been on vacation. Girl, and when Kathy and I, Tennessee, we plan on going to Alabama this summer after we get the house all settled with the weatherization and the roof and stuff. Never been on vacation? Well, you're living in paradise right now, Junkyard. Huntsville, Alabama. I can't remember what city her brother lives in, but yeah, YBU. Yeah. Now, now I don't know how it is now, but if you ever went on vacation, went go to DC, uh, you got all the monuments and stuff. It's pretty cool. I was there when Kevin and I were kids back in 1973 or 74 or something like that, and we went there. Went to maybe it was 72, 70, 71 or 72, something like that. Went to all the monuments. Went to Washington Monument. Um, went to see Abe Lincoln and the Lincoln Memorial. Uh, Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. I've seen the Eternal Flame. It's pretty neat. Right. But we went there, and then we went to West Virginia, and then on down, and went through South Carolina. Then we ended up about 50 miles from the Florida line, and then we stayed there, then come back home. That's when you could go with a family and you could go to campgrounds, and it was decent campgrounds, and it was only like back then I think it was like $7 or $8 a night to stay at the campground. Now it's $60, $70 a night to stay there. Gas was 30 cents a gallon or something. Yeah, I'm telling you, my throat is smoking, man. I can eat hot stuff, but this stuff is getting to me. Bought 2 bottles of that stuff. It's supposed to be a 150-day supply or whatever, so you take one tablet or one capsule a day. Yeah. So we bought 2 bottles, so that would keep both of us 150 day supply. I don't know if I could do this 150 days in a row. $100? Yeah. I would like to take an Amtrak across the country. I think that'd be cool. They have an Amtrak that comes through Chelsea. It doesn't stop, but it comes through Chelsea. And when that thing comes through Chelsea, man, it is smoking. It's running 80 mile an hour. Then again, we shouldn't have to pay to go on Amtrak, being that we're already subsidizing it. You can get one. You can catch one from Toledo. Okay. Damn. If we were gonna do an Amtrak, I think I'd do a roomette. You know, you might as well. Yeah, it'd be free. Right. You leave from Toledo or Bryan or Jackson. I don't know. I don't know what it would cost to go to California and back, but cross country. Um, if you like the ocean, thing to do is rent a cruise ship cabin. You can rent them for months at a time. Yeah, go Greyhound. Yeah, yeah. Leave it driving to us. You know who Greyhound's owned by, don't you? It was owned by Laidlaw Waste Systems or Allied Waste Systems. So yeah, I used to tell people all the time, you see a red, white, and blue garbage truck, don't stop in front of it because odds are that thing ain't got no brakes to begin with. Ah, I bet. Um, it's owned by Flex SE now. They bought it in 2021. Um, oh, yeah, they're going to stop in all them towns. So, all right, everybody. I got to get out of here. I know it's 10 minutes still, but I have an urge. So I'm going to call it a day. I will see you tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. Y'all have a great day and God bless and take care. Jordan Bus Lines, yeah. Have a blessed day, everybody, and take care.